Where do I begin? Um, well, I'm 39 and single parent. I live in San Diego. Not going to say specifically where, but nonetheless. And I am doing this video, and I really hate watching myself talk. I am doing this video for the sake of myself as well. Words are difficult. A way for me to keep myself responsible for what my goal is, and maybe share. Maybe somebody else is in the same boat. Who knows? Maybe somebody else hates watching themselves on the camera. I used to not always hate that. I used to enjoy having my photos taken, and as soon as I start talking, my cat decides to join in on the conversation. And I used to like to see myself in photos, and although I'm usually behind the camera taking photos and videos, and lately if I've seen myself in pictures, the way I see myself in photos is not the way that I think I look. And for me personally, it's an awakening to work on myself, to better myself. And I feel okay, but I know I can feel better. And I need to fix that. I need to do something different. And in order for me to do something different, when I know I need to do something, I just go for it. I don't kind of dilly-dally and give excuses. And I've done the excuses part. I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired, or I work, because I work full-time. I'm attending school full-time. Well, right now it's half-time in the summer, but I'm trying to finish my bachelor's degree. And yeah, and I'm single, like I said, I'm single parent. So, but I have my girls are teenagers now, 13 and 14, and they're with me half the time. So I don't have them constantly. So that's a little bit of a way for me to have a little bit of time to myself, to work on myself, to give me some peace of mind moments. You know, we all know we're talking about parents out there. And a way for me to catch up here at home when they're not here. But when they are here, I make sure that they help around the house. Nonetheless, what I'm doing is what I'm currently doing that's not helping my situation physically, I should say, health-wise, is I don't eat the right kinds of foods. And we all think like, oh, keto diets and, no carbs, pure protein, or low on protein, low on carbs. And then it's just like, there's all these different diets out there. And that word diet is not something that I like, because to me, diet is restriction. And no, you can't have that. And no, you can't have that, and can't have that. So basically, you can't live life to the fullest that you want to feel full, so to speak. So as I'm watching myself here recording this video, I am not liking this whole thing here. Now, it could just be an age thing, but I also know that my face is filled out some. And to me, for me personally, that's not okay. And I'm like, oh, you're beautiful just the way you are, and love yourself, and yada, yada, yada. Like, yes, I do love myself. I love myself as a person. I feel that I'm a very well-rounded, good person, and my intentions are always good. And I always want to help as much as I can. But this is just for me. This is for me and for anybody else out there who's in the same boat. So, having said that, what should we start with? I think that what I start with is that I don't shop when I'm hungry, because I can't even function when I'm hungry. So why go to the grocery store and deal with other people, and just people in general? Going to grocery stores is just... I go at the times when everybody else is going, because we all work in this day and age, and that's the only time we have to go grocery shopping. Now, I have used the Instacart feature, although I don't particularly trust a stranger to pick out the best produce. And so I like to do that stuff myself, even though it could be handy. So I prefer to buy my food on my own. My job is relatively active, so I am pretty active. I walk an average of 2.5-3 miles a day, And but my snacks are less than the ideal healthy snacks. I go for quick processed crap. I know that's one of the main problems. And I do enjoy having wine, but I don't have it like a whole bottle every day kind of a situation. Like once in a great while. And even then, I know I want to lower that and maybe not even have it at all. Maybe on very rare special occasions. And I was looking to see what kind of alcohols had, you know, which had high carbs and low carbs and stuff. But even then, that's something that I don't really need in my diet anyway. So, veering away from that and trying to stick with water for the main part. I do enjoy coffee and I use creamer, so I don't use sugar and milk. And that I know that's probably going to be my one thing I can't live without. So it is what it is. We all have our limits. And I just need to make sure I don't buy crap to keep in the house, especially for the kids, because, you know, they're like, I want chips and ice cream. Excuse me. Chips and ice cream and cookies and Pop-Tarts and bagels and, you know, and that's all great and all for their, I mean, not great, but they can handle those things a bit easier than I could because they're so very active. And even then, I don't want them to get used to eating those things because you can continue to eat those things as you get older and older, and then it's just suddenly that's all your dinner is just Pop-Tarts and bagels. So we're going to veer away from Pop-Tarts and bagels and veer away from the pastas and veer away from the take and bake pizzas. And oh, by the way, I also had my gallbladder removed. So red meat, not on my list. I can have it occasionally, but and what the gallbladder it does, from my understanding, is, and you can Google this and confirm or deny or whatever, but it's to help process fats, and you know, red meats have a lot of fat in there and whatnot. So I try to stay away from greasy, fatty, spicy stuff because the gallbladder helps process those. And since I don't have one anymore, I stay away from that. So back in the day, it used to be chorizo burritos and steaks and all this stuff. Nope, no more chorizo. So that's okay. I've had my fun, and now it's time to do something different. So I dug out of a closet a book called Healthy in a Hurry, and it's a book that was gifted to me by my father and my pseudo stepmother. And I took a look in it before, and I'm not very familiar with a lot of the foods that it's talking about, more so because, you know, they don't sell these foods in your normal grocery stores. Well, some of it they do, but some weird stuff you're like, what's that? You know, and you're like, well, I'll have to go to the special grocery stores. Well, we have Sprouts out here and there's Whole Foods and stuff, but I don't know where the Whole Foods is right now. And by the way, I have towels wrapped around me because I'm processing my hair at the moment. So nonetheless, so I have to make special trips over to Sprouts. And my one main beef with buying all this fresh stuff is that making sure that I utilize them and eat them before they go bad. Because we all buy that fruit and the vegetables and salads, you know, with good intentions, trying to be super healthy. And oh my gosh, my face is like sweaty here. Yeah. Ugh. And you know, a week later, we're like, oh, well, there goes that, you know, $3.99 bag of salad, you know, in the trash. And, you know, I buy a whole bunch, like a whole thing of celery, and I eat like 2 sticks off of it, or the kids eat like 3 or 4 sticks, but then the rest of it's just kind of wilting there in the fridge. So I need to find a way to store this stuff properly, so that way it's ready to eat during the time frame that I want to eat it. And this is a very long-winded message, and it's probably going to be, video is probably going to be the longest one that I make out of this series here. So what I want to do is I want to work on losing weight, basically. I mean, everything else will fall into place. You can't pinpoint a particular location, like say your stomach, or, I mean, you could in a way, but it's all connected. It's all together. So when you lose weight in one area, you're going to lose weight in other areas, and strengthening and whatnot. So I need to work on strengthening my arms and my back. My legs are pretty good. My knees have been giving me some issues lately, so it could just be due to my weight, possibly. So we'll try that out. I've been having some weird upper back spasms just at like randomly that would just feel like someone stabbing a knife a knife in the middle of my back between my shoulder blades. So that could be a posture thing / a weight thing. So again, we're going to work, and I can't just get out there and start, pumping iron and running. No, I'm not running. I'm not a runner. Okay. I'm not a runner. We have people who are runners and people who are not, and I'm not. So, I do enjoy rollerblading. I enjoy swimming. I enjoy hiking, but I can't just run just to run. I don't like to work out just to work out. I don't like doing these exercises just for the pure fact of, oh, I'm exercising. I like to have fun while I'm being active. So if I focus on the fun part of it and being outside and seeing things and doing stuff as I'm moving my body, that appeals to me more so than just running for the sake of running. So nonetheless, so I know there's a lot of us out there like that. Like, I don't have time to just go to a gym, which I have one here on the property where I live at that I can go to in certain times of the day that I have available, but I choose not to because, oh, I'm so tired. So there is a cool trail out here too that I should probably take my dog out on because she's a little chubby too. Now my current weight, what I weighed myself, okay, I'm 5'7", and my weight says 190, and that's not okay. I was about 200 when I was pregnant. I'm not pregnant, okay? So I was my lowest weight, this was before kids, before I had 2 beautiful daughters, my lowest weight was at 123. But I was also 22 years old or so, and again, no kids, so nothing changed in my body, except I had high triglyceride levels, so I was on a special diet, and I can't find that paperwork. I wish I could find that paper that showed exactly what to eat. That's what I would like to see. What to eat. Don't give me a list of what not to eat. Just say, okay, here are the things that's a good idea to eat. And then give me that. Okay, I don't want to have to try to figure it out of all the other crappy foods in the world. Say, okay, things to avoid. Okay, well, that's just about everything in my fridge. Give me a list. So nonetheless. And then my lowest after kids was at 140, which thinking back, I'm like, oh man, that was a lot, right? And, I looked at myself, I'm like, oh, I could lose here and lose there, and we all have that baby belly. Well, a lot of us do. Some of us who don't, like, how the hell did you pull that off? Anyways, oh well. So now I've gained 50 pounds, and that was like 6 years ago, about that. So, and I know one of the main things is that, my man and I, when we hang out together, we eat out a lot. And that's number one. No, we need to stop doing that. I need to start packing my own food in a cooler, if he insists on eating out somewhere. And I know that wine has been more frequent in my life. No, I'm not lush. I don't have it every day, but it was definitely more so than it had been before. And it was just if we would eat out somewhere or whatnot, I'd have a glass of wine or something, if that. But typically I would have water or some kind of, or Sprite, is the soda that I would go to. I wouldn't do anything, any kind of dark sodas. Those don't agree well with me anyways. So there's that. So, X-nay on the eating out A. I can't do Big Latin. Just choose healthier drinks. Water is the best way to go. And then, so once I get the food intake going and have a good regimen with my food, then I can start introducing more strenuous exercise activities. And because again, if you just go straight out and don't start fueling your body correctly before you work it to a certain point, things aren't going to work right, and you're going to feel like crap. So here's to starting this wonderful journey, and seeing where it goes. And I'm hoping to do a little video on a daily. So today I have class. I don't have work today. I took the day off because it's my man's birthday. Yay! And yes, we're gonna go out to eat tonight. But hopefully I can choose some healthy choices on the menu this evening. And we have a lot of walking to do as well. So we're gonna go to a restaurant at the zoo, and then walk around the zoo a little bit, and then go to another thing called Wonder Spaces this evening and walk around that. So hopefully I get, you know, my steps in today. Anyways, yeah, so good luck on all of you who are out there struggling with your weight stuff and trying to find time and the money and the what the hell, where do I start, what to do, and you know, just figuring it out. It's all about motivation, and that's something I lack severely. Motivation. I have no self-motivation when it comes to physical activities, like continuous, daily, constant, repetitive. Okay, time to go run. Okay, time to go lift. You know, okay, time to go to the gym. I don't have that type of self-motivation. And so, and I wish I had a personal trainer, because then that way they can give me crap. And I'm not talking about somebody who's related to me or the man that I'm dating. He's like, well, I can, you know, I'm like, no. I don't want anybody who is biased or that I'm biased towards. I would need somebody who doesn't know me from Jane and will hold me accountable. And that's the kind of thing that that pushes me. That if somebody else is mad at me because I'm late at something or I don't show up and they give me shit for it, pardon my French, then that I feel like crap, and I need that. So this is going to be my, hey, Julie, we didn't see you yesterday. What'd you do? What did you do? Did you cheat? Did you eat something you weren't supposed to be eating? So anyway, so this is me today. So far I've had a cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna have a banana. And then we'll see what happens when I get home from class today. And then, yeah. So wish me luck. And by the way, today is July 29th, 2019. And my goal is to lose 50 pounds, get toned, firmed up, and fitting into a size 10 maybe. I'm a size 16 right now. By the time I turn 40, which is in December. So I have time, and time flies. So there you go. Okay. Thanks. Bye.